Hi, my name is Ellen. I'm an artist. Welcome back to my channel. If you are like a reoccurring person here, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Ellen. I'm an artist. I do watercolor, I do digital, I do makeup. I have a few videos on my channel where I show you guys like my studio vlogs, like behind the scenes of my art. And I have a few makeup tutorials up, and I do want to do some more makeup tutorials as well. And this video is just going to be me documenting my process of braiding my hair and everything. I recorded some footage of me like going to Michael's to like get the yarn in a different video, and I don't want to re-put it in here because if you are like an added follower of my channel, I don't want it to be like repetition and like waste your time or whatever. But yeah, if you're new here, my name is Ellen. These are yarn braids. I make these with acrylic yarn. That each braid is like 9 strands of yarn. Some of these I wrapped at the ends to make them look more neat. The rest I just kind of left messy because I got sick of wrapping the ends, and I was literally sick and just needed to be in bed for a couple of days. But this video is just gonna be me walking you through the process of braiding my hair and putting these in. I do recommend using like coconut oil or shea butter or something on your hands when you're braiding because of the friction. I did like coconut oil and everything. And I do recommend washing your hair, whatever hair you use to braid your hair or style your hair. Wash it, dry it, and everything. I oiled my scalp, I washed my hair. I made like a little hair washing video on TikTok because I had to make an ad for Dr. Groot 2 Solution shampoo. I did use that. My sister bought me some hair care stuff for Christmas, and I used like the curl smoother cream because I don't have hair care products. I haven't had hair in like 2 years, so I have the stuff that she bought me and the stuff that I got from TikTok shop, and that's like it. But after this, I don't know like what the deal is gonna be with my hair care journey as far as like products to use. But yeah, so this is like a video of me just like walking you guys through the steps, through the days of me braiding my hair and like showing you guys through like the whole process. So if you want to watch me braid my hair, if you don't know what yarn braids are, you don't know what box braids are, you don't know anything about the process, I'm gonna just like walk you through how I did this. So I just went to the store and I bought some yarn, all yarn left. But this is the brand of yarn that I'm using is 100% acrylic. It's medium 4, which is typically what I go for. And the brand is called Loops and Threads. I think it's like Michael's generic yarn. It has 300, it has like, where's the yarn? It has 354 yards per ball. So I have an entire ball of yarn in my head with like this deep dark green. That's what this color is. Half a ball of yarn for this, maybe like a quarter of yarn for this because I only did like a few of the grays. And then I measured these out to be between 25 inches and 30 inches because I wanted to like have this layered effect, especially because I want to like this half up half down, so you know, the layer. So yeah, so some of these are wrapped, some of these are loose and messy, which I don't mind because I'm usually just too lazy to wrap all my ends to make them look nice and neat. But yeah, that's the yarn that I'm using. As far as like the hair accessories go, this is like a skull clip from Amazon. These actually came in the pack, even though they don't match. So this is like a skeleton clip. This is like a giant spider web. I got these on Etsy, I believe. They're just like little knives. They're not real knives. They're like little plastic knives. This is optical illusion. These are not real safety pins. These are real safety pin clips. I got these from Amazon. I have like a bunch of real safety pins. I just didn't want to use it for my hair because I knew I wanted to have it in the front of my face. And I didn't want to risk like poking myself in the face, especially by the eyes, by having a whole bunch of safety pins. But this little part right here is like supposed to be tucked under your hair, but because I'm wearing braids, that's why you guys can see it. I'm gonna try and zoom in so you guys can get a closer look. Alrighty, so yeah, I did my makeup to kind of match my hair. I didn't add any braids to my look, which I wish I would have because I have these gray braids in the front. But yeah, so in case you're new here, I'm a cancer survivor. I was struggling for alopecia for like 2 years after treatment. Now it's been like a year after treatment. I was struggling for like a whole year, like alopecia. And then this is my second year being a survivor, and it's like my hair finally grew like a measly little 5 inches after like 2 years of being bald. So yay, I figured like, okay, my hair is long enough now, I can braid it. I never had green or gray braids. I've never seen anybody with this particular hair combination before, and I'm just like curious to see how it will look, and I'm curious to see like what I can do with it in terms of like hair accessories and whatnot. But yeah, if you want to watch me braid my hair over a series of different days and you're just curious to see what it's like for someone to braid their hair, maybe you're unfamiliar with it, I hope that this is going to be like an entertaining video for you. Forward, it is going to be, you know, like sped up and like voiceovers and stuff because I can't talk while braiding my hair. And I had like some music and like some podcasts and videos and stuff up in the background, and I don't know the copyright when it comes to that, so I did mute those videos. But if you're curious to see, you know, how I did my hair and you're wondering, you know, what the hell's going on, that's basically it, and I'm walking you through the whole process. All right, as always, like, follow, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions or comments, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, so today is the next day. Yesterday I did as much as I could before I got tired, and this is how far I've gotten along. So when I braid my own hair, I don't let other people braid my hair. But when I braid my hair, I usually start with the outer edges first and work my way in and start from the top to the back, because in case I have to leave the house midway braiding my hair, I don't want to walk around looking crazy with just a piece of my hair done and the rest not, especially since my hair is so short that I can't, you know, wrap it or whatever. But because I start from the outer edges and the top, I can just put my hair up in like a knot. Like literally this is a knot, and then the rest of the pieces are just kind of tucked into each other. So I'm going to show you how it looks. So I wore these earmuffs because I had to go walk the dogs. So the top of my head looks halfway decent. The back of my head is none of my business, but this is how it looks. Like you can see my hair a little bit, but because I had this on and people aren't really looking too much at me because I don't know, like I just went to go walk the dogs. But luckily, since I started from the outer edges, I can get away with doing a little style like this. So I'm gonna untuck my hair and show you guys my progress. So this is all the progress from day one. I'm gonna take these out, let them hang loose. But yeah, like, so the outer edges are singles and then the middle is doubles so that I can be able to make it a little bit thicker. My hair looks like it's only about 1 or 2 inches long, but I measured it with a ruler like yesterday, earlier today, and my hair is actually like 5 inches now since the last time I measured my hair. But the entire middle of my head is completely undone. I have to work on making some more of these double braids, and then I like to wrap the ends of my braid so that it looks a little bit neater than this, which is kind of straggly. But yay, I made a decent amount of progress on the first day. It looks kind of crazy because it's not done yet, but once everything is done and I like do a makeup look to match my hair, then it'll look a little bit more decent. But I feel like I made good progress. But yeah, I just did the edges, so like the all around the edges. So first braid, the back, and then the top middle has these little double-ended ones. So if I need to run out of the house for any reason, and I did, because I had to go walk the dogs last night and this morning, I can just put my hair in 2 braids, tie it up in a knot, tuck in the edges, tuck in the ends, and then put on my earmuffs. I didn't put on my hat because my hat isn't big enough to go over all these braids when I tied them up. And I feel like because this is made out of yarn and I have a full head of hair now, like I don't have a mohawk anymore, when I tie this up, this feels kind of like a knitted hat. So I feel like I don't need to wear a hat if I have yarn braids. And as long as I put my earmuffs on and it's not too cold outside, then I'm fine. But yeah. Also, if you are braiding your hair or you're getting braids, I recommend you get a giant, see this giant bonnet and a giant shower cap, especially if you're doing yarn braids, because this is made out of yarn, when this gets wet, it doesn't just dry in a couple of minutes. It'll take like a day to dry. And if you leave it wet for a long time, then it'll start to smell like mildew. Like, you know, if you have wet clothes in the washing machine and you don't put them in the dryer, like they'll start to smell, and I don't want my hair to smell or anything. So I really do try to make sure that these don't get wet. Like, don't put these in your head if you're planning on going swimming or anything like that. And if it's gonna rain, make sure you wear an umbrella, you put on your hood, you put on your hat and everything to protect it, because you do not want these to get wet, especially depending on how thick you make them and how many you put in your head, because this could take days to dry unless you have a hair dryer, which I don't have a hair dryer. Like, I just never bought one in my adult life because I just have grown accustomed to letting my hair air dry, so I just never bought a hair dryer. Like, I haven't owned a blow dryer since I was a teenager, and as an adult, I just never bought one because I never blow dry my hair because I don't want the heat damage from it. But yeah, like if you have a blow dryer, then sure, get them wet if you want. But if you don't, I just wouldn't recommend it, because even with a blow dryer, it still takes a long time to dry, and then there's all the in-between spaces of the braids that are still going to be wet that you're not going to fully see or feel even if you squeeze them. So if you're braiding your hair and you're using yarn, then don't get them wet. Like, I'm just saying, like, don't get them wet, because you're not going to have a good time if these get wet. And luckily, I'm not like a sweaty person. But yeah, if you're like a sweaty person, especially if you're like going to work out, you're going on a run or whatever, and like your hair gets sweaty and everything, then I don't recommend getting these if you're like a sweaty person, because sweaty yarn smells terrible. Okay, I wouldn't do that if I were you. But yeah, this is the braid so far. So far, so good. You know, the outer edges are singles. You know, did them like how you would do box braids. I braid pretty loose. Like, I never braid my hair tight, especially because it's chemo hair and you're not, I've been getting mixed reviews. Like, if I go online and I'm like, can I braid my hair if I have chemo hair? You know, some people say yes, some people say no. I asked like a medical assistant last time I was at the doctor, like, oh, do you think my hair is thick enough to braid? Because, you know, like, this isn't my regular hair texture and everything. She's like, yeah, you know, all you gotta do is wash it, oil it, like, you should be fine. As long as they don't braid too tight, then, you know, I wouldn't recommend getting like super tight braids. I was like, well, I'm gonna be braiding my hair myself, and I don't braid my hair tight on a good day, but especially with this hair texture, I'm really not trying to play around with it, because It took me 2 years just to grow like 5 inches. I'm not even kidding. So I'm just like, I'm not trying to go there. I got this scalp stimulator stuff from a company called Bask and Lather. They reached out to me on TikTok and I made like a UGC video with this after I washed my hair that I gotta post soon. But I'm trying to spread out my UGC video so that my page isn't so salesy. Like, I know a lot of people don't like it when content creators, you go to their page and it's nothing but TikTok shop. It is nothing but sponsored posts and there's no actual content for you to actually enjoy. So I try to spread out my UGC videos and sprinkle them in between actual content so that people have a reason to follow me and not just me constantly trying to sell them. Like, I actually want to have an audience, I actually want to have a community and everything. But yeah, this is the progress so far of my braids from day 1. Today's day 2. I do work on Sunday and today's Friday, so hopefully by the end of tomorrow I'll be done with my hair. But yeah, but since I don't braid these in my hair, like these are braided into my hair from scalp to finish. These I braid and then I add into my hair and then I use rubber bands to make it stick. So yay, I'm happy. I'm a little bit worried because these rubber bands are like years old because I haven't had hair in years. I haven't bought like any hair care stuff in years, but yay. Okay, so I already took a knot and this is like 9 strands of yarn so that each strand could be 3 strands, and I'll braid it. How I braid it is I'm using this thing and like I put my hair under it and then I sit on the floor and I braid until it gets to the end, and I'm gonna set it aside until it's time for me to like put these in my hair. Saturday, March 1st. I legitimately have 1 more braid to go and then I have to try and wrap my ends. I usually am too lazy to wrap my ends, especially since all I do is tie it in a knot on top of my head and just tuck everything in. But because I want to use these hair clips, like this is like a claw and then this one is like a spider web, and I want to kind of pin my hair up and kind of use these. I want to wrap my ends so that it can look a little bit neater. I got these safety pin hair clips. I have a bunch of safety pins because I sew, but I wanted the clips because I want to be able to wear these at the braids in front of my hair, because I don't like the idea of putting real safety pins close to my face, especially if I put these like around my eyes, because I don't want it to like come loose and poke me in the eye. Like, I'm kind of paranoid about that. So that's why I ended up buying like a little baggie of these hair clips that look like safety pins rather than use actual ones. But you can use actual ones if you want to. Just don't put them like near your eyes or anything. So I have these that I want to put in my hair because I want to try out a cute little style. Once I'm done doing my hair, I do want to try out a different makeup look to try and match my hair, like color coordination wise, and then I'll walk you guys through that process as well. So it's just like this tiny little patch of hair that's left. I'm just going to split it into like 3 different sections so that it's easier for me to braid it. And I have all of my ends, everything separated. I just take 3 strands and wrap it around, and then this is 1 strand and this is 2, so like this is how it looks, if that makes any sense. If you're like braiding your own hair, just saying. I also have like a little cup of coconut milk, not milk, but coconut oil that I like rub on my hands so that I don't have like chafing issues with the yarn. And this is gonna be kind of tricky to explain to you guys as I'm doing it, so I may cut this part out and then I'll just show you guys me braiding towards the end. but I'm sitting in front of a mirror so I could see myself and my hair. So there's that one strand, and there's these two strands right here. And I'm just gonna kind of twist the hair a little bit around, just so that it's like a little bit tighter but not too tight, just like enough for me to get a good grip and it doesn't get lost. And I'm gonna take this side and do the same thing, just kind of twist it a little bit just to have a good grip. And once I feel like it has like a good strong base, I just kind of take it and I wrap one end around the other, and then this little middle part I'm gonna twist, and then I'm just gonna keep wrapping it around. So this is what it looks like when I wrap my ends, and then this is what it looks like without. So that's just the difference.